Hello everyone and welcome back to Undead Water 2 and 7 Days to Die. So you may be wondering, are you still playing that? Yeah, I am. So anyways, just to give you a little backstory on my life and what's been going on. I think I was clearing this out because I made a base here. But anyways, so I just kind of want to give you guys an overview. So I started a new job, having been, so technically I'm a contractor most of the time. However, contracts aren't happening anymore, and so I was going for some full-time work, and I finally, wow, what was that lag there? But anyways, I finally have some full-time work. The problem is it's a ways away from me, and it's been wreaking hell on my schedule. Not a bad job, very nice people. I don't really have a problem with it overall. It just so happens that my time's now very precious. Also, I'm incredibly unhappy with my commute. Long story short, if you've ever been around North Carolina, you probably know that I-77 has a bit of a... Why is it freezing so bad? What's happening here? Boy, I hope that's not a sign something bad has happened to my computer. But anyways, um, so basically, I'm gonna make sure I don't have anything else open and running like a Windows update or something. All right, we're just gonna close that out. We're gonna close that out. Close that out. Okay, so hopefully some of my RAM's been freed up. But anyways, as I was saying, I-77 has a reputation. Everyone's crazy on I-77, and it's true. So me in particular, I have to basically one of my exits I have to take 11A. So basically, if I look at my if I look at my Google Maps, it'll tell me I can get there in 30 minutes. I can get to my wife's work in 10 minutes, drop her off, and then in 20 minutes I can get to my work. Except for some reason this doesn't include a massive slowdown on exit 11A, where for the past few days I've usually been stuck there and ended up 10 minutes late. Going either way, by the way, except for last Friday where all the work from home people got to work from home. I don't think there's anything else down here. I might have actually cleared this whole area out, but I'm kind of unfocused right now. Um, but anyways, so you have two options. You can either sit there for 10 or 20 minutes, be late, or you can do a Mad Max merge, which is what I've just personally started calling it, where you just forcibly merge later on. I know it's not really the right way to do things, and it's not really a good thing to do, but there's 2 points to this. First off, it's not technically illegal, so it's not like I'm doing anything wrong. And of course, also there's the fact it's kind of necessary because we only have one car and Uber eats into our money, and you know how it is. So, oh, where'd you guys come from? Oh my gosh, I love how far they fly. But yeah, anyways, this is actually getting a little dumb. I think this might be why I didn't use clubs in the past. Like it's just almost cartoony. But yeah. So basically, I've been getting home at almost 7. Then of course we got to make food. We make food content too, and we actually make a lot of money doing food content. So that kind of comes first before my recording. So by the time we get done doing food content, we end up it's like 9 o'clock and we need to get showers, watch some TV, and get ready for bed. So I basically only have time to record on the weekends when my wife works because she has like a atypical schedule where she works on Saturday and not Saturday and not Monday, but I work Monday. So she uses Monday to do chores, and I use Saturday to do recording and chores. I guess she does some recording too on that day. But anyways, so yeah, I've just not had a lot of time to record. In fact, I need to get 8 hours of content to recorded now, and I have 4 hours to do that. So I don't know. I guess I'll hope my wife can let me get some time to record tomorrow, and we'll just see what happens. It was also recently our anniversary, so that was extra stuff we needed to make sure everything was done and right for. Oh, I didn't even know this building had a roof. Anyways, come on, Zombo. Oh no, see you next fall. I don't know. I thought that would be funnier in my head, but it kind of wasn't even all that funny. But yeah, so I've just been really pressed for time. So I literally turned my computer on, realized the amount of time I had left. Where's my stamina? There we go. Realized the amount of time I had left, and then basically just said, "Oops, I guess I'm playing whatever's installed." And it happened to be Undead Water 2. I'm not like I don't mind Undead Water 2. It's actually a pretty interesting mod, like the concept of boats and archipelagos and all of that stuff. Not that I've really gotten to the archipelago stuff, so it's not like I have anything against it. I just have played the base game so many times I don't always find it all that interesting, especially because the magazine system artificially gates you to, like, you have to play for X amount of time before you have had a chance to get enough magazines to make a workbench, as an example. I have no idea how to get out of here. Um, Anyways, I think I came from over here, right? No? I remember coming through a door and finding my way into here. I know I have a, like, a semi-base kind of setup somewhere around here. But, yeah, anyways, as I was saying, like, it's just been wild and crazy lately for me. But yeah, it's good to have, like, really stable income again, though. Like, for a while, like, it was pretty touch or go, because, like I said, I used to be, mainly a contractor, but, like, it's just not the same economy for contractors right now. Um, I was really lucky to find full-time work in my industry, honestly. I've been following the news for a lot of people, and it's not good right now. Apparently, New York only had like 1,000 jobs created last month, or something absolutely crazy like that. And I don't know, like, that's wild. When you consider there's a million people in New York, there was probably more than 1,000 babies born during that time period. Okay, I think I found my way to the park. Where did I... Wait, is this not my base? I thought I started to make a base somewhere. Oh yeah, it's over here. Right. Okay, I see where. Oh my gosh. Oof, I wish I had more stamina. Alright, we're doing this the wrong way, but it'll work. I love it when they just fly over you all impotent. Alright, we got more stamina now. There you go. I kind of hate that when you, how when you get high enough up in the game, like, or you have enough experience in the game, like, it's more a matter of DPS than anything. Like, if you know how to manage the zombies and how they're coming at you, you can... The number doesn't really matter so much, but I'm no Jawoodle or anything, but I have a general idea on how to play the game. Alright, that door is locked. How did I get in here? Oh wait, I was making it over here. Right, I remember. Okay, so my base is over here in this little opening, and I'm just gonna dump my stuff here. What time is it? It is almost time for Trader Jin to open. We'll do a few quests because we kind of don't have anything better to do while we wait for, we wait to get our magazines in. By the way, I think, obviously I don't have it because I had literally zero time today, but I think they've revamped the, craft from container, and I also believe I had a recommendation for a different mod. And so, yeah, I, can probably get that up and running sometime soon. We're just gonna see if we can get some cooking done and get all of our food together and see what comes from that. Salvage harvest. So I'll have to remember that before I go, like, trying to do anything with how, harvesting. But anyways, we'll get some more bullets too. Get some silver because I'm pretty sure I can sell that. And so, by the way, I only ever find this in mods, but I don't think this mod has anything to do with silver. I mean, maybe it's a pirate treasure kind of thing, I guess. Could be. Oh yeah, mushrooms. We'll see if we can cook anything with mushrooms. Mushy mushrooms. No one has ever said that before, but I said it first, so new sentence, thank you. But yeah, anyways, I've been mildly going crazy. Not necessarily because my job's hard or anything, it's just, you know, new job, you want to impress the bosses and seem useful. I think I'm getting into the swing of it, so it's not going to be, like, stressful or anything pretty soon. I remember the fish burger being really good. What do I need? Cornbread and animal fat? Wild that I do not have either. Well, I have, I could make cornbread, but I don't have animal fat. That's weird. I guess I haven't killed an animal. Wait, how would I get meat if there's gotta be animal fat. And I already missed my craft from containers. There we go. Now we just need to make cornbread. Interesting. Not necessarily wrong, but whatever. We'll just make this because we have so much water, and then we'll have plenty of fish burgers pretty soon, and I believe those are just, like, super good. Do we have, any wood? Where'd my wood go? Oh, I put all my wood in here. Right. Anyways, I kind of want to do it the opposite way. Also, I need to see if I can smelt some more stuff. Let's get that done. But yeah, as soon as we get a boat, we're out of here. Like, I don't intend to do any more questing stuff. I'm just gonna, like, explore with the boat and see what happens. Oh, yeah. Like, I've played the base game enough times. I know what it's like. I know I've harped on this a couple of times, but I'm just not impressed with the direction that the Fun Pimps are going with the way they've made the game so linear. Like you always know which traders in what environment. You're always going to start in the same environment. You've got to get the same magazines every time, and it's going to take roughly the same amount of time as long as you put your as long as you put your points in the right skills. Or if you don't put your points in the right skills, it can just take way longer for no particularly great reason. But yeah, anyways, I'm just not really a fan of the direction they've gone with the linearity. Like, it's an open world survival game. It shouldn't be linear at all in any way, shape, or form. Don't need these. In fact, I probably should have just ripped those apart. Wood and these are probably still useful. Painkillers, probably don't need to carry them around. Plenty of water. We'll sell that. We'll probably drink this at some point. Food we don't really need. Just get in there. Oh, I believe that was Jen opening up. Did I drop that? I don't think so. But anyways, we'll drink that. Actually, we're gonna switch over to red tea, I guess, and just use water for crafting now. Alrighty. Perfect. And we got plenty of guns and ammo because ammo is so plentiful nowadays. Like, I know I've harped on this a couple of times, but like, this isn't even really a survival game anymore. All your resources are pretty well, granted at this point. Like, if you're just doing quests, you don't have need food or water at all. Like, just do your bare minimum, do the bare minimum to, all you have to do is the absolute bare minimum. You just need to loot your toilets and loot your coffee makers and a fridge every now and again. And then if you really are running low, you can always just buy it with the copious amounts of money the traders give you. Alrighty, Jenny.
Well,
Crafting skills, yes please. Do you have any jobs for me? Infested clear sounds fun.
Thanks, hon.
But yeah, also I am still in the process of downloading all the mods for the Smorgasbord mod pack. And I will be just moving over to that, but I do want to at least check out the boats a little bit before I do that and explore the map just a little bit. Alright, forge ahead. Perfect, perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Have anything else that I want? Not really. Full exceeding. Robotic. Kind of weird how soon the drone stuff is showing up when I really can't make that for a little while. Very long while, actually. It's interesting these are showing up. I mean, they're kind of pointless now, but... do I want to buy this? I might consider it if I have enough money, because buying a wrench just saves me a little bit of time. Sell those. I probably should have looked to see what they do first, but yeah. Anyway, sell this too. I'm considering just buying the wrench to save some time and having it on hand, because I will want a lot of fuel when I go out to do boat things. As you do. When you own a boat, you go out and do boat things. Believe me, I've lived near enough lakes to know people who own boats do boat things. What those things are, who knows? Use. Perfect. How many more do I need for my, how many more do I actually need? My workbench. A few more, not too bad. Yeah, we should have that workbench in no time. We'll just, like, complete a few quests here and there, and then, hopefully have our workbench. But yeah, I think I am going to buy that wrench, just because there's a lot of cars in this area, and I'd have no reason not to buy it, honestly. I'm really weird about buying tools in this game now, because, like, you loot things so often now. Almost everything is handed to you in loot if you, just wait a little bit. And I swear to God, every time I bought an iron tool, every time I immediately loot that exact same tool a little while later, to the point where I almost wonder if they programmed that in just to mess with you. Alrighty. We need to start up here. I'm just gonna use my guns too, like guns blazing. I actually think my paddle's a little better than my guns, but guns blazing. I'm not particularly interested in taking a long time in this particular poi too, because it's pretty basic. I think I mentioned this later or before, but one of the things I'd be super interested in is that, and this probably goes beyond what the code can really do, because you know you got to just deal with the code you've been granted. But I would love, like, if they could make a yeah. Oh hey, headshot. If they could make a I think I'm a little better with my aim right now for some reason. But I would really love it if they could just create like a covered wagon, and you could bring your you could like have a mobile crafting station with you, and it would have a fair amount of it would have a fair amount of storage as well. Where is that last zombie? Must be outside. Nope. Oh, there you are. Kevin. Kevin! Why are you like this, Kevin? You don't need to be like this. I mean, I suppose you don't really get a choice, but Kevin. Kevin. Really. Anyways, guns blazing. But yeah, like, it'd be really cool if there was just a covered wagon and it just had a built-in crafting bench and forge. I realized putting a forge onto a covered wagon would probably not make a lot of sense in real life, where it would probably just catch on fire. However, this isn't real life, this is a game, and I would like some silly little things that are just there for the fun of it. Toilets. Incidentally, I have not seen a toilet knife in a long time. I haven't played the base game in a little bit, but, like, I don't know if this mod, if the mods I've been playing just get rid of toilet knives, or if people talk too much about toilet knives on Reddit or whatever, but I have not seen a toilet knife in a while, so I'm gonna assume those got removed, which is kind of fine. Like, on one hand, it was really, really op to find a toilet knife on day 1 or 2, because it would carry you for a very long time. By the way, 1 lockpick, that's amazing. It would carry you for a very long time, but on the other hand, like, I really don't like that I've talked about this on Reddit a couple of times too. I really don't like how predictable the loot has gotten. Ooh, ooh, why are there dogs in here? Where did you come from, cop? Where did the cop come from? You know, I honestly don't know where that cop came from. He probably spawned in behind me or something crappy like that. Not seeing any, like, well, whatever. Wherever he came from, that was annoying. Oh, God, I lost my train of thought there. 2 dogs will do that to you. Also, I'm apparently direly infected. I don't remember that happening, but whatever. We'll have a can of peas. Or maybe a can of miso. I actually didn't realize I brought so many of the half-water hybrid food items. Gosh, I wish I remember what I was saying. Like, it felt like it was building to something. Um, it's really weird that the lumberjacks, by the way, are behind the counter. I mean, I wouldn't. I hate that ability. Yeah, gun blazing. It's weird that the lumberjack is behind the counter. I would have expected like a cashier zombie or something. Maybe it wandered in from outside actually, but how did it get behind me? Yeah, I don't know. My brain's kind of like farts right now. I've been at work all week, and this is my first day off, and it's well needed. Like, we're currently in that discovery phase where I have to tell a small business owner that the Shopify site they built over time is actually dog crap. I'm gonna die. That was so stupid of me. I should not have died there. Whatever. I can't believe I died there, honestly. That was so dumb, because now I'm going all the way back. On my bed, which is all the way back. Dang it all. I completely forgot to do that. And also, I've almost destroyed my gun. That's not amazing. Well, whatever. That was very stupid of me, and I'm very disappointed in myself. Anyways, I think that's the right way, right? No, that is not the right way. That is the exact opposite way. Trader Jin, please. Well, that is almost an entire day wasted. Where's Trader Jin? There she is. Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, I'm just going to be off for a little while. Between having to deal with the highway and having to deal with my new job where so technically I'm doing digital advertising, but one of the things a lot of people don't understand is if you have a really crappy slow site, that's going to hurt your digital advertising. And anyways, I dug into it. They've got a really high bounce rate, so I then dug into their website. As I've mentioned, I'm also a programmer, full stack and all of that stuff. And then I discovered their website was absolute crap, and then now I'm doing website stuff for probably lower price than I really should, but whatever, because I can't do one job without the other. That's one of the absolute most annoying things about my jobs. They usually have a weird little interconnection where no matter which one you're doing, you're probably going to be doing at least something with the other one. if you're doing programming and website work, you're probably going to have to deal with installing GA, getting the data layer set up. I know this is getting technical and you may not care about this, but it's building up to something. Whereas with the other one, if they've made a crappy site that doesn't run very well, well, that's just going to lead to a high bounce rate, which is going to lead to more costs, which is going to lead to less return on ad spend, which is going to lead to you getting fired, which is always fun. It's always fun knowing that sometimes you literally can't succeed unless you have a certain set of skills and also the allowances to fix things, because the second you start telling people, well, the reason it's crap is because of all this stuff, we can do a little bit of custom work here, or you can get rid of this, they start getting a little antsy, and I understand why. I mean, like, if you pay for custom work from someone, you got to have it maintained. But we're not talking like advanced custom work that's going to be unreplicatable by anyone. We're talking basic HTML and liquid stuff. Anyways, I think I'm done with that. I just really needed to get that off my shoulders because, oh my god, that website was one of the, you ever see a 95% bounce rate? Neither have I. I actually thought something with their analytics is broken, and geez, it actually might be because nothing else correlates a 95% bounce rate. Anyways, just some fun in games. Just fun in games. Also, if you've ever used a small business's website and you've wondered why it's so slow, or if you've used a site that's probably mainly used by marketing, it's probably because they dumped 500 apps onto it to do the most basic things and don't even realize some of the apps are doing, covering other parts of the apps. Also, for some reason, people don't uninstall apps when they're done, and like some of these apps have overhead even if you're not necessarily using them. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna try to stop talking about my job because I realize it's not interesting to most people. Like, you kind of gotta be deep into the nerd well to be interested in silly things like how fast a website loads and what the effects on bounce rates from traffic from various channels is. Alright, this time we're not gonna die like a complete loser. I'm going to at least try to be sensible. Incidentally, we got back here really quick. What's up with that? Like, I don't know if my speed's increased or what. Also, why do I have a pipe on hand? I need to go fix my weapons real quick. Since these are pipe weapons, it should just be,
Good morning,
pipes.
survivor.
Alright, we're just gonna do a
Looks like we
basic
could
clear, and this time my head's gonna be in a better place since I've just finished ranting for a while, so we're not gonna die this time. Also, I'm gonna put my mat down in my base real quick. Where is my base? Eh, where is my base? Did I not put anything down to mark my base? I know it was in like the water thing, so it's like here maybe? Oh dear, I've lost my base. Also lost my marbles and my mind. There's there's that song, Where Did My Mind Go or something like that. It's one of the, I don't think the song's called that, but it's one of the lines and it was used. I want to say the movie Sucker Punch, which I have never seen. I've heard a lot of people say it was kind of disappointing. I don't know. I've never seen it, but man, was their version of that song really catchy to me. Yeah, I remember going this way. I think it's just back there. Come on, where's all my stuff? I did not put anything down. I didn't put a base claim block down. I didn't put anything down. That's not smart of me. I am a veteran player. I should know better than that. The hell is it? Like, I know it was close to her, but it's not, like, super close. It's that water place, right? I don't think it's this way. But I remember going... Is it that two-stack building? Oh, wait. Maybe it's here? I remember something about this, right? Yeah, it's here because I remember the zombie had to, like, crawl its way through there. I really, really, really hate that change, by the way. I hate that zombies can, like, just chew their way through a single block and then crawl in. Like, what is that even? Like, like, they had some okay ideas with the, land claim. They had some okay ideas with the, with 2.0, but, like, and I was willing to give that one a chance specifically, but it's just kind of dumb, honestly. Like, good God, is it dumb? Like, why on earth are zombies crawling like that? And where did my cot go? I know here it is. It is a bedroll. I don't know why it's called a bedroll specifically, but whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Can we put it here? Yeah, we can put it there. Hopefully that doesn't cause problems in the future. Alright, let's try to cook those burgers real quick. I need fish, I think it was. Fishy fish fish. Fish burgers. I remember these being really good, so we're just gonna go ahead and cook some. And then we're not gonna worry about food for a while because we got plenty of food. Can we just dump stuff in here? Not my ammo, preferably, though. We don't care about paper. We'll eat these. We'll just burn these. There we go. It'd be cool if you could burn the paper and it was like a good starter or something. I don't know. That one's just something that passed into my head, but I don't really have a good reason for how it would work, honestly. This is a can of miso. Do we have better food than miso? We have cat chow, which is apparently better food. I feel like cat chow... I've said this before, but I feel like cat chow would actually be like... Actually, I'm pretty sure it is, like, it has, like, raw components to it, because I'm pretty sure, like, cats... Oh, wait, I need, pipes. Cats, can't produce taurine for themselves, and taurine is destroyed in the cooking process, so they either have to add it back artificially, or, they have to, repair. Let's just repair this one, too, so we don't have to worry about that. We have plenty of pipes. But, they either have to add it back artificially, or they have to, it's all loaded. There we go. Artificially, or they have to include raw components, and it could go either way, but I generally think that a cat's diet's probably going to be fatal, because it gives you something called rabbit poisoning, which is where you eat too much protein and not enough fat, and your body, like, as a byproduct, starts creating, of dealing with that, starts creating ammonia, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a thing that happened to, like, early settlers in America who were living off of rabbits, and that's why it's called rabbit poisoning, because rabbits are super lean, mostly muscle, not a lot of fat. Anyway, so now you know why you should never eat a diet consisting only of rabbits if you needed a reason to do that. I'm sorry if you really like rabbit, though. I guess I'm not. Like, yeah, I'll just eat something else. There's plenty of other things. Like, honestly, I'm definitely not into the idea of any one food being, like, super good for you. Like, that whole idea of superfoods kind of like like wrong for a human diet. Like we are. Oh crap! I need to eat back. We need to eat a varied diet with lots of nutrients, just because that's just what we should be doing. Like there's no one superfood that you should be eating all the time. My general assumption is most things are going to have at least a little bit of bad stuff in it, whether that be microplastics, pesticides, I don't know, something else. It's bad for you. And so, what's up with this world, Jin? But anyways, it's gonna have something bad for you, so just have the most varied possible diet, so whatever the bad stuff is doesn't build up too much. Because it's very important to note that, like, other than lead, I guess, most things are pretty harmless in small enough portions. By the way, I don't know if this is true, but it sounds dumb, but it also sounds logical at the same time. I've heard that the reason that the heavy metals being like actually biologically heavier tend to like they tend to propagate in the lower parts of your body. And on one hand, that sounds incredibly dumb, but on the other hand, like if they were heavier than other components, it makes sense. And honestly, I've just never taken the time out of my life to verify it one way or another. I kind of like it's pretty harmless knowledge for me because it's not like I'm a chemist or someone who'd need to know this stuff. So yeah. Oh wow, that's a lot of zombies, honestly. Like, considering we're only tier 2, or, well, I guess this is 2.5, so. Where's the zombie? There we go. I guess, I guess Undead Water 2 messes with the spawns, because that felt like a lot of zombies for a non-infested, base. Or a non-infested clear. Yeah. Anyways, it was easy enough now that I've gotten back more into the headspace of killing zombies. Alrighty, everyone. I'm hoping on the next one I'm able to make a workbench, because if I can just make a workbench, we can go on we can just like sail away and, you know, the song, sail. And we're gonna do that for as much as we can. We'll also collect up some gas from some broken cars with a wrench, and we'll see where we go. Like, if it's interesting, there's neat poise out on the sea, maybe we'll continue on with that. or maybe it will be boring and we'll just immediately see about getting some other mod active as quickly as I can. Maybe I'll go back to Warsburg because I actually got some advice from someone telling me that Warsburg, like one of the classes, starts out with a forge and a workbench, which would definitely help out a lot. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.